Alright, so my last feeder that I'm going to show you that's in my yard is I put up my hummingbird feeder for the year. So our hummingbirds are set to arrive in this part of Iowa, I believe late April, early May-ish, kind of in that area. They're in super southern Iowa. They've already seen a few early birds down there, but I've got my feeders ready to go. One thing that when you set up your hummingbird feeder, there's some myths out there, including that you have to get that red liquid that they sell in garden stores. Actually, the red liquid is not good for hummingbirds, so that artificial color actually causes them a lot of health issues. And so there's a simple, you can get recipes online, but basically you're making simple syrup. So it's just sugar boiled down in water. Frankly, it's way more economical to make it yourself than buy it in the stores. I just do it right on my stove. So yeah, and then you can see there is red on my feeder to attract the hummingbirds, because I should say that's the reason why there's red on hummingbird feeders, is because that color attracts them. And so it is good to have something like that on your feeders. And also you can kind of see those little red spots on the bottom. Those are actually, they're kind of teeny little tubes. So the theory is that they'll come really close to those, what looks like a flower to them, and dip their beak into that tube, and then that's where the liquid inside sits in a kind of tray, and they just suck it out. So yeah, so this is, I don't really have the greatest place for this, but this is sitting on a shepherd's hook, just kind of in the front of my yard, in the front part of my porch. I'm going to spin it around here. And so it just kind of sits out in the open. Part of this, is the landscaping is still ongoing in this area, but also hummingbirds are really fast little guys, so they have a little less to worry about as far as cover, and they actually get quite territorial too. So the males will get very territorial, which feeder is theirs, and they'll actually fight off other hummingbirds that come to use it. So pretty fun to watch if you've got the space and the time to put up a hummingbird feeder. And then you can actually go online, and it gives the dates for when they arrive, when they leave. But again, because we're using liquid, especially ones that have sugar in it, you need to make sure you keep it clean. This goes with all of our feeders, even though your tube feeders or other things aren't liquid, they still need to be cleaned out, and soap and water. There's actually some diseases that can get spread if you don't clean your feeders out, and I'm not going to go into detail, but those can be found online. Great sources, the National Audubon Society, for things like this.